If they come out in the middle of the road, go for it.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
This is Contractors Showdown by the developers Caveman Game Studio, and it was released on the 25th of April 2024. So since I reviewed this game back on the 1st of May 2024, it has gone through many huge changes, and now it's basically a whole different game. So I thought I should probably review it again. About the game. So it's easy. Play solo, play as 2 or play as 3. Join randoms or play with your friends. In Battle Royale mode, it's fight to the death. Last team standing wins. Then in Exfil mode, you go out and scavenge for parts, for either tasks or to assist you in opening up your base. You can also sell anything you don't need for some money. You can go out as a contractor, which is how you complete tasks. You kill everything that moves, except from your teammates. Or you can go out as a scavenger. This means no bots will fire on you unless you fire on them. This allows you to go into highly guarded areas to loot, but be careful of other players. If they are playing as scavs too, don't shoot them or you'll break your cover and everyone will attack you. Also be warned, you only have a set amount of time to play as a scavenger, so get in, get your backpack full and get out. Levels and size. The maps are a very decent size, plenty of space to run around in and avoid other players, plenty of locations to visit within those maps. Everything is really well designed. Playable characters. There are a few characters you can choose from, but despite how they look, there's not really anything special about them individually. Enemies and bosses. So enemies are other players, and there are also bots. Now at first the bots might seem a little tricky, but you'll soon get the hang of them. They will run for cover and even gang up on you, so don't let your guard down too much. The bosses are a lot tougher, so you will need to arm yourself up, and probably best to bring plenty of first aid gear too. Weapons. Weapons have never been an issue in this game. There are so many weapons to pick from, with many attachments from rails, sights, compressors, lasers and torches, and the handling and shooting is just leaps above most other shooters I've played. You also have many helmets, body armour ranging from levels 1 to 6, 6 being the toughest. Then many sizes of backpacks. Some are small as man bags, some can fit add-ons like pouches to go on the sides to hold extra stuff like bottles, food or ammo. Some will store an extra weapon or two and store one body armour underneath. Levelling up options. There is a levelling up system on Battle Royale, but it's more like a ranking system. I guess it just shows how much experience you have. Then on Exfil, you level up by doing tasks. As you level up higher, more weapons and gear become available to you to buy from the store's market. Also you level up your home base by going out and collecting items, like to level up your TV set to reduce the Scav modes. You need to collect 10 data cords, 5 waste chips and 5 new phones and 5 videotapes. But it's not all that simple. Some of these items can only be found in certain areas or maps, so it might take you 3 to 10 runs to gather up everything you need. Just keep everything. Customization options. As I mentioned, you can customize your weapons with attachments or customize your backpacks, also your body armor, and also have a selection of hats and helmets. Apart from choosing your character at the beginning, you don't really customize him or her apart from whatever gear you pick. I think it would be really cool if you could customize your character more, like the hair colour and some t-shirt options or sweatshirt options, trouser pants options and boot and shoe options, but it's not really a deal breaker. Mechanics. For most time the mechanics work great, but there are many occasions when items fall inside the ground and sometimes are never to be seen again. Or trying to shoot around trees, but even though you are looking around the tree, you are shooting an invisible barrier just at the side of the tree. Also occasionally when you run around carrying an item, it might fly out of your hands, or guns getting stuck in gun cabinets. There are many things that need to be improved and fixed, but the game is still great. Controls. Controls are easy to learn. It won't take you too long to master, but some things will require a bit more time, like learning how to become a medic. If you don't learn the correct procedures to medicines, you will almost certainly die. Bandage, staple, inject. Don't forget to eat and drink also, or you will die. Then there's attaching and removing stuff from body armour to backpacks. Online playability. It's mainly an online multiplayer game. The only issues I have is their anti-cheat codes are not very good, or the lag issues. If you are unfortunate to run into any Chinese players whilst playing, just leave, because their lag is horrendous. And then there's also players that use cheats. You will also run into the occasional sour toxic person who gets mad because you killed him. But you can choose to turn off mics and settings so they can't hear you or you can't hear them. Game menus. Menus take some time to get used to as there are plenty of them, but they stay in theme with the game, they look good and they serve their purposes really well. My thoughts. So there is so much to this game that I've probably missed out on some of the stuff. But this game has definitely been my most played game of 2024. I have easily invested 400 to 500 hours into this game. When they introduced the game mode Reborn, I never again played the other mode Trios. I way preferred the faster pace of the new game mode, but it was becoming incredibly frustrating with the amount of cheaters in the game using aimbots and unlimited ammo, radar and other cheats. So then once Exfil came out, I wasn't sure about it at first because despite playing 20 games of Ghosts of Tabor, I just couldn't get into it. So I thought I wouldn't like Exfil, but boy was I wrong. I haven't played one single game of Reborn since. Though I don't really like the idea of there being a wipe. It's another reason why I don't like Ghosts of Tabor. Everything being taken away from you after you grind so hard for so long. So once the wipe happens, that's probably when I will stop playing the game finally. But right now, I'm totally loving it. This game has been getting a lot of flack, but whatever you may think, it is a great game right now and it is totally worth getting into your collection, especially if you are a fan of shooter games. Don't listen to all the negative people just hating on the game. If you can catch this on a sale, then do not hesitate. So overall, I mark Contractors Showdown Exfil a 9 stars. Now please hit that like button if you find this video helpful, then come be part of the community and hit subscribe. Let's all support one another in our game experiences. Thanks guys and happy gaming.